Hi, this is Bob Harrison, also known as Dr. Increase. And I'm so excited to be able to have a few minutes with you to share on wealth creation and enhancement. Because, see, that's my subject. I teach people literally around the world how to change their thinking and change their lives. You know, there's a saying that for many years I heard that said, it takes money to make money. If you believe that, you're going to rob yourself of some tremendous blessings. Because I truly believe it does not take money to make money. It takes the right thinking. If you have the right thinking, money will be attracted to it. Money will show up. So the real key, I believe, on wealth creation is not trying to pursue money, but it's trying to pursue the right thinking. Because when the right thinking comes, like a magnet, it attracts the ideas, the strategies, and the money that we need to make our dreams become a reality. You know, I'm talking to you from my office here in our headquarter building in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I look around this office and I think of what this was when we bought it. It had been on the market for a period of time. It was a green aluminum building. Where they sold ski boats, and in the back they had a ramp to teach people how to snow ski that would move to give elementary instructions to snow skiing. Ugly looking building. But see, because we had a certain thinking, we saw it not the way it was, but what it could be. We got a tremendous deal on the building. Let me show you. This is what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like now. Same building. What was the key? Because we thought differently, we saw differently. You know, for many years, I lived just not far from here, just maybe 5 minutes away. We're right close to a place called Southern Hills Country Club. They've had many PGA championships here. They're going to have the senior PGA championship here in a few years. And just a beautiful area surrounds that golf course. And when we came to Tulsa, we were looking to find real estate. Just happened to be, coming across this ad in a paper, and Southern Colonial Mansion owner desperate will consider any reasonable offer. And went and looked at it. Just a beautiful house sitting on almost 2 acres of land on top of a hill in the finest area of Tulsa. And we ended up working out a deal on that house and moving into that house for $1 down and nothing a month. You say, you can't buy a mansion near Southern Hills Country Club without money. Yes, you can, if you have the right thinking. Because that right thinking will give you a boldness, it'll give you a creativity, ideas, and all of a sudden you can do things that other people could do, but they don't have the thinking. Let me show you a picture of what that house looks like today. Now, we've added the third story and the pillars and those kinds of things, but the point is, we moved into that house for $1 down and nothing a month. That's why thinking is so important. You know, I look back at where I got started in the speaking arena over 30 years ago. I had a small automobile renting and leasing company in Southern California, and I took a car in to get service, and the owner of that dealership was out in the service drive. We talked for a few minutes, and he told me that they'd lost money every month that the dealership had been open. It was now December. They were running out of cash. The good salespeople have left. He had 100 of last year's new car models still in stock, and he'd phoned Chrysler that morning and said, I'm closing the store. That afternoon, I'm in the service drive talking to him. And when we talked, and he told me how bad things were, and he asked me how I was doing, I said, we just had a record-breaking month. He called me to his office, and 20 minutes later, I walked out of that man's office, and it offered to give me 22% ownership in his business if I would leave my leasing company to try and save his business. How much did it cost me to buy 22% ownership in a major dealership in Southern California? Nothing. But because, see, I had a different thinking, I was having different results in the same environment that he was failing in. And oh, by the way, we came into that situation and he just gave me an opportunity. I mean, it was so bad he was going to quit. But again, thinking came through. Now, I admit there's other things that operate in my life, the spirit of favor, the power of God, and wisdom. But But thinking is the foundation. And because we thought differently, we changed the whole marketing program. We changed the sales team. We changed the way the business looked. And we not only saved that dealership, but in 90 days' time, that dealership was in the top 10 in Southern California for Chrysler Plymouth stores. And right here in this wall, I have the plaque that shows top 10 Chrysler Plymouth dealerships. So I'm reminded of how thinking can change lives. And by the way, the following month, I bought the dealership. And how much money did it take me? The price of a few Mercedes. Because I had favor and I had thinking. So my message to you more than anything else is, ask yourself, might the limiting power in your life be wrong thinking? And if so, how can you change your thinking to embrace the wealth and success God has for you? Let me tell you how I did it. When I got a hold of this and I tied it into biblical principles, I began to study the Bible and I began to find out key historical figures in the Bible that had success and wealth, and began to study the characteristics of their life, such as Abraham. Then I began to write down verses from the Bible that were on wealth and abundance and prosperity. I put them on 3x5 cards. I began to memorize them. I began to read books about people that had gone from nothing to great success, and began not just to learn the stories, but to try and grab the principles and the reasons why the change took place. I changed my friends. I realized that I'm largely influenced by the people that I surround myself with. And so I started, instead of having friends, choosing my friends. Now, I didn't get rid of the ones that maybe weren't feeding me right, but they began to go to the outer circle, the inner circle. I began to fill up with big thinking people. I'd take myself to meetings where big thinkers were. Oh, and by the way, if you want to come to a big thinking meeting, every March we do an event in Hawaii where leaders from around the world come together and idea exchange together. And our next one's going to be in Hawaii at the Ritz-Carlton in Maui. If you want to get information on it, go to increase.org. But I began to go to meetings where people, big thinking people, were, and all that combined to change my life. And it can change yours too. The Bible says, as a person thinketh in their heart, so are they. It's not enough to have a desire for something, not enough to have a hunger for something. It's not enough to be motivated for something. You have to have the thinking, or your belief system won't accept it. And you might get a temporary increase, but it will not have sustainability. But if you will work on changing your thinking and thinking big and believing in a God that is named El Shaddai, the God of more than enough, then I believe there's a whole new life waiting for you. I'm looking forward to meeting you and hearing about your testimony as you learn to better create wealth and live a life with purpose and meaning and enjoyment. This has been Bob Harrison. It's been great being with you. God bless you.